What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so we've got some new uniforms to go over here. I think I'm, 2 days late on this one here. But we have some more Spider-Verse characters, because we had Miles Morales in the last one there, so he already had his uniform. But now we have a Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider, and Arachknight. So they're all getting uniforms here, which is quite nice. I believe Spider-Man gets his tier 4, Arachknight gets a tier 3, and Scarlet Spider gets a awakening skill? I don't know, but we'll start from the top here. So we'll do Arachknight, which is one of the... Actually, is he the only character? Yeah, he's the only character that I do not own in the game. I never got around to getting him. But anyway, so here we have Arachknight, and this is the Arachknight 2099 version. So yeah, I don't really have any experience playing him, so I know he was okay when he first came out, and then he kind of lost relevancy pretty quickly, so I guess let's see what this uniform can do. It changes everything, both of his passives and his leadership. We have increased chain hit damage by 15% when attacking. We got super armor, we got all defense by 40%. Got, of course, 8 skill changes, which makes sense because he's a pretty old character. Alright, so tier 2 passive. We have guaranteed dodge by 30%, guaranteed crit rate 35%, skill and bonus damage there 35 and 25%. Okay, not bad. So some damage, some survivability. Then his 4-star passive, we have 40% increase to HP and ignore dodge by 25%. Interesting. He is a speed character, so he natively has low HP, so having this extra 40% might bring him up closer to some of the other classes in terms of HP, which is quite nice. And then ignore dodge, I mean, I love ignore dodge, so give me more of that if you want. And then the leadership, so applies to the Infinity Warp type allies. Infinity Warp type allies enter, so it's basically like Drax's leadership. So the more of these kind of Infinity Warp characters, you get better leadership, 45, 55, 65%. So 65% if you use a full team. They don't have a support character though for the Infinity Warps, right? There's no one. Oh wait, Ghost Panther. He does. He's support. Okay, I guess that could work. Interesting. But Ghost Panther, we still need a tier 3 or an awakening for. Or did he get an awakening with this update? I don't think he did. But I guess I could check. So what do we have here? Nothing on that skill. Got a barrier. Okay, a barrier for 8 hits. We've got 30% heal. Increase all attack, all defense by 50%, 10% speed, and 15% crit rate. Okay, that's nice. And then we have a damage immunity for 7 seconds and increase attack by 90% for one attack. Then here we've got penetration, which is only 20%. That is very low. Yeah, 20% to penetrate everything. We've got 7 seconds of invincibility, and then we've got increase all attack by 40%. Interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the skill animations here. So it doesn't have any accumulation. Alright, so who's in there? Iron Hammer, Weapon Hex, and Ghost Panther. Did they all get their... I probably should have checked that. If they all got their awakening, that's actually quite nice. I've been wanting to have Ghost Panther have a, a tier 3 or an awakening so I could use him in World Boss Legend as another support character. And then Weapon Hex would be nice. I would love to see a uniform for Weapon Hex because I really liked using her when she first came out. Iron Hammer, I'm just kind of indifferent to. I'm not super thrilled about him, but anyway, first skill. Okay, intermittent iframe, does some dashing, goes into an iframe, does some webbing, classic spider move there. Third skill, swings around. Did he drop some bombs? Ooh, that was pretty cool at the end there. Fourth skill. Okay, so did the fourth skill give him the invincibility, or is that just damage immunity for 7 seconds? He has super armor, okay. Because he has no iframe there, so he can get hit while doing that, but with super armor, I think you'll be okay for the most part. Fifth skill. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Does he have like little web clones there or something? What are those guys? Gotta be like little holographic things. That's pretty cool skill. Can we cancel this once we do that? Yeah, okay, so it looks like we can cancel it. How early can we cancel it? Yeah, we've got to wait for the arena to kind of change, or wait for him to, yeah, to shoot those things to the side there. Interesting. Alright, then what was the fourth skill again? Okay, so fourth skill is that one. Yeah, so you have to wait on that. So you can wait for that, and then you can go here. He doesn't have any early hits on the fifth skill, it looks like, so I think you should be able to do that with just like a... Yeah, because there's no hits there. I didn't see anything on the hit counter. So you can get safely from 5 to 4 if you're using a regular damage proc and not have to worry about proccing too early, so that's nice. Okay, but he doesn't have any accumulation unless it's on the awakening skill. Let's see what the awakening skill does. Oh, it just summons all of them in. Very cool. Ooh. They all just kind of dash around. I actually like that awakening skill. It just looks really cool. Huh. Alright, cool. I mean, I like all the skill animations and everything here for Arachknight, but I'm not really convinced that he's going to be doing a lot of damage here. 40%, and then you can pass over. Which skill had the pass over on it? Was it third skill? No. Oh, it's just on the fourth skill, so you don't even have to pass it over. Just use the fourth skill, and then you automatically get the 90% there. Okay, interesting. I want to see what his what's it called? What his awakening skill stats are, or what the awakening skill does for it. Okay, so let's see what the awakening skill does. So no, there's no accumulation on it. It's just the standard stuff that you get from an awakening skill here. Yeah, it's pretty much just cookie cutter, same as all the others. So yeah, he has no accumulation, so I don't foresee his damage really being that great. He looks like he could be a fun character, but I'm not expecting him to do, you know, very well. I mean, I expect him to be usable, but I don't think he's going to be a character that you're like, oh, I can do like one of my highest stages that I have unlocked with. No, I don't think he's going to compete anywhere close to that. Yeah, so let's take a look at the other ones now. All right, so next up is going to be a Scarlet Spider here. So here we have the Chasm Dark Web look here for Scarlet Spider. Looking really cool. I like that green glow coming off of him. Ooh-wee. That looks nice. Purple and green. Okay, what do we got going on for the skill changes? We got effects of skill and skill, so those should be both of his passives. Okay, and then we've got increased chain hit damage by 10%, ignore dodge by 15%, decrease damage received by 20%. Alright, so what do we got here for the passives? Okay, so he's going to be a support character for allies with spider sense. Increase damage dealt to supervillains by 40%, increase damage to superheroes by 35%, increase skill damage 35 and bonus damage by 35. Okay, I really like that passive. That is nice. So you can use him as support with Spider-Man. Like if you got all the new uniforms, use Miles Morales for leadership, and then use Chasm here as your support character with your new Spider-Man. Okay, and then the passive, I think that's the same because he was always immune to paralysis and stun, but maybe the all attack wasn't as high as that. Maybe it's only like 20% before, but now we have 35. It would be my guess. And then let's see, second skill. So everything has changed except for the first skill. Nothing too interesting there. Okay, what do we got going on here? We've got a barrier for 4 hits, and ooh, we have accumulation. Accumulate 10% of damage while attacking, so that is good. And it is 0.9, so it is a 90% buff. I'll take that. That's actually pretty nice. Fourth skill, we've got 25% heal. We've got damage immunity for 4 seconds, and we got a 60% attack buff for 1 attack. And then the fifth skill, we've got invincibility, increase all attack by 45, speed 1%, and crit rate by 30. Okay, so he's looking a little bit better than Arachknight in the damage department, mainly because he has this accumulation. But we need to see the skill animations first before we can really decide on that. Alright, first skill has not changed, so this is what it's always been, except they probably changed the coloring. I don't remember it being green webbing before. Second skill. Okay, not bad. Does some spin arounds. Reminds me of like Silk's, was it her second or third skill? Something like that. And then the third skill. Oh, is this a counterattack one? I guess it is. I guess I didn't read that skill all the way through. Let me bring it up again here. It is counterattack while defending, enables ignore targeting. I was too excited by the accumulation that I didn't even see that stuff. Alright, so let's see what the counterattack looks like. Combat settings, let's turn them on. Alright, what's the counterattack? Okay, so it's just like a webbing and hit. So nothing too crazy with the counterattack. Fourth skill. Okay, we got an iframe. Now we're out of the iframe while we're shooting around some webs. The webbing's not going to work on world bosses, so you're definitely going to be vulnerable right here once you get out. But what is the... This has invincibility, or not the invincibility, damage immunity for 4 seconds. That's going to be enough? Oh, it is enough. You can see 3, 2, 1, and it's worn off. Because this is the... The one attack, yeah, so the damage immunity wears off before the skill ends. That's a little annoying. The 5th skill. Okay, interesting. I doubt we can cancel that. Okay, we can. How early can we cancel that? Okay, so we have to wait for him to grab the tubes there. And then we can go into another skill. Okay, do we have any hits going on before that? We don't, okay. Interesting, so we can do 3, 5, 4. Oh, I canceled 5 too early, really? Let's try that again. 3, 5, and 4. There we go. Okay, I mean, not bad. That's definitely a damage proc friendly rotation, because as you can see here, we don't have any hits before that. Okay, interesting, interesting. And now the 5th skill. Or not the 5th skill. The tier 3, what am I talking about here? Oh, this tier 3 looks pretty cool. Okay, not bad. And did we have invincibility on that 5th skill? Yeah, it's only 3 seconds. Okay, so he's not going to be protected during his skill rotation. I'm not a big fan of that. Because if we do 3 and then do 5, wait for these to come out, and then we go into 4. If you look up there, we've got 2 seconds left, 1 second we're vulnerable. And he's still doing the animation right there. So for about, what, 2 seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds of the skill rotation, while you're still dealing out damage, you are vulnerable to taking damage. I feel like they needed to extend that, or have the 3 seconds of damage immunity on the 4th skill actually like trigger halfway through the skill instead of at the very start of the skill. It's something like that, because he has the iframe at the start, so once the iframe wears off, then gives you the 3 seconds, because then it can last the whole skill, or yeah, the whole skill animation. So that's kind of the main thing that I don't like about the uniform here. But besides that, I mean, looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna pick this one up, because he's also a support for Spider-Man, so I want to do that. And for Silk, I can maybe start using Silk a little bit more. So let's move into Spider-Man here, which is the one I'm most excited about, because he has a tier 4. And now if this Spider-Man back to the basics here is actually good, yeah, I'll have a reason to kind of upgrade him a little bit, because I think all I have is like a CTP of authority on him right now. All right, perfect. Enhance basic stats. He needed that stat bump. That is good. I'm very happy about that. And then we have Spider Reflex and Great Responsibility, so both of his passives. We have crit rates by 30%, dodge by 30%, and excluding bosses, ignores enemies, damage decreases by 50%. Okay, so they're making him, seems like, more useful in PvP, because that's excluding bosses. So yeah, it's got to be PvP. So are we changing this? This got to be just a change to the animations, because that looks the same for the buffs. Yeah. All right, so tier 2 passive. Guaranteed dodge 25%, increased damage dealt to supervillains by 60%. Ooh-wee. 60% is quite nice, actually. And then his passive, okay, when HP is below 50%, he recovers 30%. He has invisibility and ignore targeting. Okay, so once you go below 50%, you can hit enemies in iframe, and then you turn invisible so they can't hit you, and you get a 30% heal. That's really strong, but it is on a 20-second cooldown. So you can only proc that every 20 seconds. I guess that kind of balances it out, but yeah, that passive seems really strong. First skill, nothing too interesting there. Second skill, nothing interesting. Third skill, increase all attack by 50%. Fourth skill, okay, fourth skill's got some stuff going on here. We have ignore iframes, so we can attack enemies in iframe with the fourth skill, but a 30% heal on the fourth skill as well. So we have 2 sources of healing now, which is one of the things that I really needed for Spider-Man is healing. He definitely needs that. A 70% chance to penetrate, so that's very good for PvP. And then he's got a accumulation for 1.2% of damage while attacking. So 120% attack buff there. That's actually pretty substantial. And then we have invincibility for 5 seconds, all attack, all defense by 30%, 1% speed, 15% crit rate, and then a basic damage increase by 100% for 1 attack. All right, he's actually got quite a bit on his uniform here. I like those changes, actually. Okay, well, you're getting my second impression here, because during the first part when I was trying to record the my impressions of these skills here, there was some people just yelling outside of my window, just going off, yelling at each other, and it was very annoying, and they just would not be quiet. So wait for them to finish, wait for them to drive off after their hissy fit, and now I can record. So first skill, nothing too crazy here. Second skill, just does some webbing, so yeah, again, nothing too crazy. And third skill, pulls up a cinder block there, spins it around, very cool. And then the fourth skill, actually quite like this one, does some webbing, and then he's got the little spider bombs there, which are pretty cool, so it blasts out some webbing on them. And boom. The fifth skill gets like a big web ball and just whacks it around a little bit. But all the skills are very short animations, so you can't really combine any of these together, which I guess would play into PvP, because you're going to probably put like regen on him or some kind of defensive CTP or obelisk. So having short skill animations is good for PvP. Let's see, the fourth skill is the one that ignores iframe. So this is the one that ignores iframe, and it is definitely, I would say, the longest out of his skill animations. And he is in iframe during this skill, which is also very important. And it looks like he should be doing a pretty substantial amount of damage here too. Okay, so yeah, that's not bad. And now the tier 3, has it changed at all? No, it's back to this one with the Doctor Strange. Yeah, so that's what it was before with his previous uniform. So then we can, of course, get a buff here. Basic attack, 25%. Let's go look at that to see. He's already got accumulation, so I don't expect his tier 4 to be doing anything else. But yeah, let's go ahead and back out here. So, like I said, I'm quite excited about Spider-Man, so I will be buying this uniform. There we go. Get that back to the basics. Well, that'll be replacing the black and gold suit here. Okay. Yeah, so let me check what his tier 4 is looking like. Alright, so he doesn't have anything interesting on this tier 4, so it's just increase all attack by 30%. Okay. So, not bad. So yeah, we'll have to level up that uniform, and yeah, I do just have a CTP of authority on him. We have a 3-star version of his artifact. We've got a overdrive at stage 6. I've got all the skills leveled up. Just got the gears in regular places. So I guess I haven't done a ton with him. We are maxed out on everything here. Our attack speed, our crit rate, our crit damage, our ignore dodge, or our dodge, our ignore defense, and our skill cooldown. And our dodge is almost maxed out as well. It's 66%. I do kind of want to put a CTP of rage on him. And then, of course, we got our spider sense, leadership, and agility. So let's give him a quick try with this uniform. Okay, so just going over here to stage 2 null, we've got our leadership and support here. Just go ahead and hop in. And I just want to see how much damage he does at the start here. So just get an idea if he's going to be a hard hitter or not. Once we get him to level 80, of course, that's going to make a big difference in his damage. But for now, let's just see what we can do here. So, like I said, I just have an authority on him, so it doesn't really matter what I do for the rotation here. I'm just going to start clicking on some skills. Because the third skill had the accumulation. Okay, my strikers appear to be doing more damage than me. But none of my strikers should be doing a lot of damage. I guess it has to be Angel. Is he the best striker I have up there? Okay. Not bad. Okay, so a little more than 30 seconds. We don't have a damage proc or a CTP that's offensive, so I guess I have to keep that in mind. We are still at level 70, but I expected him to do a little bit more damage, if I'm being honest. I'm still going to invest in him, though. I'm still going to get him to level 80, see how I like him. So I'm going to try him out at level 80, and then I'm probably going to give him a CTP of Rage as well. So I guess look forward to that video when I start working on Spider-Man a little bit more. I will be getting Scarlet Spider probably to tier 3 as well. Or wait, Scarlet Spider? Yeah, had tier 3 to tier 3 as well, because then I can use Scarlet Spider as a support for Spider-Man, which would be nice. But that's going to be it for this video. Overall, I like the uniforms. I think that Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider, of course, look the best, with Arachknight probably being the weakest, in my opinion there. Because both Spider-Man and Scarlet Spider have accumulation, which is a big thing in terms of the damage, and then Scarlet Spider is going to be supporting Spider-Man, so it'll work well on that team there. And it seems like he'd be a good kind of fallback option if for some reason your Spider-Man dies or you need to switch. You can also just switch to Scarlet Spider and hopefully get some good damage in that way. But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.